Steve Nicola from Coach Baseball Right. And in this video, I want to talk about something that I think we don't pay nearly enough attention to when it comes to hitting, and that topic is pitch recognition. Now, I'm not talking about 5 and 6 year olds, and I'm not even talking about 7 and 8 year olds, and maybe for a 9 year old team we could do this if it was maybe an advanced 9 year old team, or maybe we don't start this till they're 10. I'm not even going to tell you when to start it, but there's a certain point in time that I think all baseball kids, someplace around 9 or 10, depending on the team and the player and the coach, that we need to start teaching them how to recognize pitches. So I think that we all agree that as the game evolves at the high school and collegiate level, and certainly the professional level, hitters have an approach. Well, that approach means that they have a plan, and to be able to implement the plan, you have to be able to recognize pitches. So I do think that we need to start a process where kids can begin to recognize pitches. So let's suppose that we've decided that on this particular team, these 10 or 11-year-old kids, that we're going to try to recognize some pitches. So the first thing I would do is create a drill where the coach would throw, and the hitter would stand in and simply call strike or ball. And one coach would throw, you'd have maybe a kid catch it, and maybe another coach would grade them out, and just try to keep track of how accurate the hitter is. Now, the next thing you do is you put a cone down, and the cone is placed down when the call is made. And chances are the call will be made pretty close to home plate. And what you want to do in C there, 1C, is talk to the hitter about when they're making that determination of a strike or a ball, and try to have them make that determination earlier. Move the cone closer towards the pitcher. So it's a very simple drill. They're beginning to simply say strike or ball. It's marked with a cone, and we're trying to get the players to make that call earlier. Now, after they do that, and this could be the tail end of the first, again, you're working with 10-year-olds, it could be the tail end of that 10-year-old season. The next thing I would do is say, okay, let's go down to the bullpen, and when a pitcher throws to a catcher, I have a hitter stand in, and the hitter would call a strike or a ball. Now go ahead, after they begin to do that, you're keeping score, you're charting that, now put a cone down. And what you're going to do now is articulate to the hitter when they're making the call, and in C, try to get the hitter to make that call even earlier, sooner than later. Okay, now those things are being done. Maybe the 10-year-old group does that, and now you're at the 11-year-olds, and you continue to do number 1 and number 2 here, and now you would actually add possibly number 3, and you begin to talk to the kids about looking for certain kinds of pitches. At the professional level, the college level, even at the high school level, when you have good hitters and good pitchers, you can't cover both sides of the plate on the same pitch, not unless you have to, and that's with 2 strikes. So hitters look for middle half in or middle half away, and what I would suggest is number 3 here. Have the hitter look for middle half in. So the pitcher throws to a catcher, and the hitter simply says, if he's looking middle half in, yes or no. Yes means the pitch was middle half in, and no means it wasn't. Now we can have the hitter practice looking middle half away. Yes or no. Now we can put a cone down, and they can do the same thing, A and B there, number 3, and we can show them when they're making the call, and then we ask them to try to push the cone a little bit closer towards the pitcher. They make the call earlier and earlier. Now, as the kids get older and you're working with the team, the kids are 13s and 14s, you've been doing these drills. Now, the next thing you're going to be doing is evolving these drills to determine fastball or curveball. And you're looking at things like if you can, not everybody can, but you're looking at fingers behind the ball, you're looking at fingers on the side of the ball, you're looking for the ball leaving the hand. There's a little bump. That generally means there's a curveball. You're looking for different arm positions, different arm angles, anything like that. And you're trying to help your hitters determine fastball or curveball at the earliest possible moment. But again, this is something that happens, after you've had a team for several years, really. But at least it gives you an idea on how to develop the skill of pitch recognition. Anyway, I hope this helps, and don't forget to take a look at all the great stuff at CoachBaseballRight.com.